Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1289 of Connecting the Thoughts. Code for today is don't take failure personally. And what do I mean by this? Well, when you are in a place where it feels like things have gone wrong, you failed, things aren't really going your way, then I'm saying don't take it personally. Don't make it about yourself. In fact, why don't you take a step back and look at what actually went wrong? More on this on the other side of the show reel. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the YouTube channel because here's where I post daily videos on the little things that make life big. Welcome back to the conversation on day 1289 of Connecting the Thoughts. Code for today is don't take failure personally. And what do I mean by this? Well, when you find yourself in a place of failure, when you find that you have failed or something has gone wrong, you haven't really had the results that you would like, then what I'm saying is don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Take a step back and see what can be done instead. What can be done to make the situation better? What is the learning in there? And do not call yourself a failure. You had a failure. You are not the failure. And that's what I mean when I say don't take failure personally. It's not about you. It's about the experience of having failed. These are two different things. You are not the failure. There are two different situations here. One is you've had a failure, and the other is I am the failure. So do not make it personal. Do not make it about yourself. Take a step back, look at the situation, the bigger picture, understand what is the learning and how you can apply the learning in other situations moving forward. So, where are the areas of your life where you could possibly have failure? You could have failure in your relationships. You could have failure at work. You could have failure with your academics. You could have failure in terms of health. You could have certain health goals and you might not really fulfill them. Finances, different areas that you could have failure in. Now, what I'm saying is do not look at these respective failures as a failure of yourself, but look at it as a situation in which you failed, and then understand how and why that happened. What is the learning? So, one of the things that I love to speak about is fail forward fast. So, what does that mean? It means that yes, it's okay if you fail, but fail fast, fail forward. Take the lesson and move forward. Take the lesson from the failure and move forward. Do not wallow in that situation and say, oh, I failed, I'm not good enough. Stop putting on labels. Stop calling yourself a failure. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what am I learning? What is this failure here to teach me? What is something about myself that I can learn? What is something about the situation that I can learn? Coaching questions, yes, you got it right. So what is something that you can learn from a failure? And if when you take it personally, when you take it upon yourself that you are the reason for the failure, then you are kind of clouded. Your vision becomes clouded by that opinion. Your vision becomes clouded. Everything ahead of you begins to seem foggy. You're not able to see things for what they are. You're not able to gauge where the next situation is going to show up. You're not able to look forward to the next situation, the next opportunity. You could bump, literally, if I were to describe you driving down a foggy road, you could bump into the next opportunity, yet you might just consider it an accident. And you might say, I bumped into something. I wish I had better vision. So if this is something that you are doing when you have a failure, then it would really help to not take it personally. Do not look at it as though that failure defines me. It's me who has failed. I am the failure. No, you are not the failure. You have learned from a failure. Therefore, fail forward fast. keep moving forward after your failure. Take those lessons, keep moving forward. Take those lessons, keep moving forward. And yes, if this conversation has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am learning, because we need to learn from our failures. We need to learn from every experience of life. Every moment is there to teach you something. So, I am learning in comments if this has been of value to you. Sometimes we learn from the mistakes we make, and sometimes we learn from holding on to those mistakes. And a good thing to do would be to also forgive yourself for holding on to those failures, because yes, you're human, you learn. You might have had an experience where you failed, you might have held on to that so that you do not make the same mistake again. But the thing is, if you learn from the mistakes of your mistakes, if you learn from those mistakes, that means you have grown, you have learned, you have improvised. And so the next time you have an opportunity, the next time you have a similar situation, you know how to take care of yourself, you know how to trust yourself, and you know how to respect the lessons that the failure gave you. I am learning in comments if this has been of value to you. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel, because here's where I post daily videos on the little things that make life big. Thank you for tuning in. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe. And thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thanks.